Hey everybody. I'm a person that goes on the internet a lot. I look at politics and I've been looking at this whole back and forth with what is it, Candace Owens in tpusa. That was the organization that Charlie Kirk ran. And one thing I'm starting to notice about some of the, people that are a part of tpusa, I'm starting to, have some thoughts about people in that organization. What I mean is that it took Candace Owens to take all of the backlash and all of the negative comments and things online that people were saying for these people to actually do something. Like it took Candace Owens, to ask some questions and to, be one of the people that is, was really out there talking about Charlie Kirk and, wanting to, solve, the situations and things that are going on behind the scenes. It took Candace Owens to, really be someone who's, putting herself on the line for a lot of these members to, be transparent with the American people. And, I think that's crazy. When Charlie Kirk, when the Charlie Kirk situation happened, tpusa should have been 100% transparent, talking about certain things, letting people know what's going on behind the scenes, at least, just giving people updates on, what's going on with the organization. And to be honest with you, I mean, you have some members that are saying this, you have other members that are saying that, like it's all over the place. And it's to the point now where you have a lot of people that are, quote unquote, they say conspiracy theorists, whatever you take with that word, but you have a lot of people that are coming out with their own theories and stuff like that. And some of these people that are coming out with the theories, where people are saying, oh well, this is just some crazy theory and these people are sounding like Alex Jones. Some of these folks, coming out with different information and things that they've been able to come up with, some of these folks have actually some of these folks actually sound believable. I mean, in a lot of this could change if tpusa would actually just be honest with people. I mean, I was even looking at a guy who was on the Sean Ryan, podcast that he has, and it was somebody who was doing security for Charlie Kirk. And this guy, he was talking, but I was looking at the comment section, and a lot of people didn't believe this guy. And I don't even believe this guy either. I think he was head of security. It's just like, it's a lot of these people coming out, pastors and head of security folks and friends. I mean, you're not getting one coherent, story about the events or just a timeline of what went on or what's going on behind the scenes. Like this is almost turning into some, JFK in the, in the JFK sort of area as far as, history. I mean, it's just all over the place. Every time, I go on Twitter or I go on YouTube, it's a new story about, oh, well, Charlie Kirk, I knew Charlie Kirk. I was at the event and this happened. And then another person comes out with this side of the story and that side of the story. It's just like, my whole thing is, when are we going to get some people that are going to come out with the truth? Including the people that are investigating this whole, situation with Charlie Kirk. Like, when are we going to get folks to come out and say, this happened and let's give you a timeline about the events that happened on this date and this person, did this and we were here and you're not getting any of that. Like, you're getting this whole thing where it's just like, they want people to believe, the official mainstream media narrative about what happened with Charlie Kirk, and then everyone else is just supposed to be quiet and accept what maybe CNN or somebody on MSNBC is telling us. And I think that's insane. Like, really, and I said this in another podcast I made, but people should be applauding Candace Owens. At least she's somebody asking the questions. But even, it's sort of sad that Republicans are mad at someone like Candace Owens that just wants some answers to some basic questions. I think that that's what all of the people who support Charlie Kirk deserve. And I think that's what the American people deserve. So, I mean, again, I salute anyone who's asking questions because a lot of stuff isn't, lining up correctly, in my opinion, with this whole case. And so, again, I know I'm rambling. I know I might sound like I'm all over the place, but, it's things just don't line up, with this whole, Charlie Kirk investigation and things like that. Like, it's almost like people who are in power or a lot of rich donors don't want people to even discuss what happened on that day. It's really sad, especially, I mean, when you think about it, these are supposed to be Republicans that care about somebody who helped Donald Trump win. And, I don't hear anything from the White House. I don't hear anything from, Fox News or any of these mainstream hosts that have, can talk about immigration and everything else. But it's almost like Charlie Kirk, the whole Charlie Kirk situation is, they don't want you to even talk about it, discuss it. It's almost like, just believe us. And, again, things aren't adding up to me. And I hope that anybody listening to this at least says, you know what, let me question some things. They told us this, but let me do some research to find out if what they're saying is the truth. Because it's very sad what happened, and it's very sad that, no one is really being honest about what went on that day behind the scenes. So, again, let me know in the comment section how you feel about, the Charlie Kirk investigation. Do you believe what's being told to you by, mainstream media, or, are you almost agreeing with Candace Owens about, something isn't right? Something behind the scenes is very sinister. The donors don't want you to know certain things. Do you side with Candace Owens, or do you side with, the mainstream media? So in the comment section, just let me know how you feel about, Charlie Kirk and what he meant to you. And, if the folks in power, quote unquote, are doing anything to get to the bottom of what happened in Utah. So again, let me know how you feel in the comment section. Thank you.